Hi everybody, this is Alchemist2 and I'm back again with another series review. I just watched the end of Season 2 of In the Flesh, the very final episode of Season 2, and yeah, and I enjoyed it, and it was excellent, but the end of Season 2 was a cliffhanger, and I thought, why would you do that? I would absolutely adore to see a season 3, but I don't think that they were ever going to produce a season 3, sadly. In this particular episode, now, I know I was calling him Zeb or whatever from before, but his name's actually Gary. And Gary was the one who was responsible for looking for Simon. And he and Jim were together, but then she realizes that Gary is a little bit off his rocker and a little bit overzealous when it comes to trying to frame her brother. And her brother actually forced Kiernan to take Blue Oblivion, and strangely enough, Kiernan was actually able to fight against the effects of Blue Oblivion. And Simon came in right before someone was going to shoot him, and Simon took the bullet, and I thought for sure he was going to kill him like the prophet had told him to do so. But he didn't, and at the end of the episode, all the PDS sufferers are talking to each other, and they said, oh, we have to live with these pulse beaters, and we have to live alongside them and try to have some kind of peace and etc. And they don't like each other still. It's still a rift, and the only reason that the pub owner allows them to come in is because she feels pity for them. I thought, oh, that's just wrong. This is sad. Come on. It's despicable. Anyway, but they're talking to each other, and one of them said, I heard something from the prophet, and the girl, PDS sufferer, says, what did you hear? The other one says, Simon's a traitor. The First Risen is still out there, and of course Maxine Martin, she tried to kill Amy because she was for sure that she was the First Risen, and Amy was starting to be able to feel and to experience life again. I would love to see a new season exploring that particular art. Oh, was she the only one who was coming back to life? Her pupils have returned. She's dead for sure. I'm sure of that, because she had reverted to her human state, and that's why she's dead. I mean, really dead. I don't think if they did a third season that she would come back, unless by some kind of plot hole miracle that they would revive her. I highly doubt it. At the very end, I think they had the people from Norfolk coming and taking her. I think she could, if the people from Norfolk did some Frankensteinian experiments on her, like they did with Simon, and they put electrical current through him, and they just did some really atrocious things to his body without his that he got his consent. And then later on, when he was able to start disliking everything that he was going through, even though he gave them consent to go forward with the experimentation, he said stop. So this leads us to the question, was it the people, the scientists from Norfolk, who were taking away the little stuffed animal that that Philip had won for Amy from the gravesite? Is that what's happening? They were in hazmat suits, so I don't know if they were wearing the hazmat suits because they thought they would contract partially disease syndrome, or what purpose they needed the hazmat suit, because I don't. You see the people with the live and the PDS sufferers, they don't wear hazmat suits like that, so it kind of makes you wonder what's going on with that particular scenario. And the ending kind of left a lot to be desired. I mean, I love the series, I absolutely adore it, but I didn't care for the ending at all. I thought this leads it straight open for a third, and I haven't heard anything to the contrary of season 3, I haven't really read. But In the Flesh is probably one of my favorite zombie series. It's very, very, very provocatively done. It's a lot of emotional fodder to process. I didn't like the fact that Amy had to be stabbed by Martin. Just, I don't like Maxine. Maxine, they committed her. I thought, good, the bitch deserves it. Sorry, excuse my French, but she is. I mean, she was just off her nut, as they like to say over across the pond. She just deserved what she got. I'm sorry, she did. She was totally nuts. I don't know if anything else will happen with this series, or if they're just going to leave it be, because I personally would not want to see it happen that way. But even if I were to do something with it, it would probably not go anywhere, but oh well. Every time I like a series, this happens. I mean, Ravenswood, cancelled. Black Box, cancelled. Harry's Law, cancelled. Well, at least they're bringing back Dominion and Defiance, so I am not unhappy with that. But basically that's how I feel right now. I'm currently working on Secret Miracle. This is a collaboration I'm doing with a friend of mine. I've been doing different stories, and I want to get published at some point in time in my life. I'd love to see one of my scripts on a silver screen, particularly Kavod, because I think that's the best thing I've written, and it hasn't been done yet. I would probably have to have a little bit more plot development involved with it to make it silver screen worthy. I've finished Clockwork, Bluebird Boy Freed, which is on fictionpress.com. I've also finished a Slice in Space Time. I did 2 parts to that. Part 1 is just A Slice in Space Time. The second is A Slice in Space Time, Stranger in Strange Land. I'm working on El Campeón, which is a tale about a young boy who wants to become a luchador. And he's trained to do so. And he gets this sponsor and everything, and a very catchy theme song that is an earworm that nobody can seem to get rid of. It's kind of like the one earworm that was coming to my mind when I was really big into wrestling back in the day is Dude Love's theme song. Oh my God, please make it stop. Do love. I hate this song, please make it stop. Do love. Before he was mankind, he was. Do love. Oh my God. I'm sorry. It's gonna make me go crazy. No, anything but that. Please stop. Torture. The inhumanity. Okay, I will not subject you to that theme song anymore. I am so sorry I did to begin with, but anyway, earworm, like I said. Providence. That's what I'm working on. And Eyes of the Raptor is another one I'm going to be fleshing out. Princess of the Pig. This is a story that I had thought of, and I thought I have a friend who lives in Brooklyn. His name's Brandon. He's awesome. I haven't heard from him in a long time, but he really likes pigs. It's his thing. He's just big on pigs. He sent me this picture one time of these little cartoon pigs. It is this most precious thing ever. But I thought, you know what? I'm gonna write a story for Brandon. I know I haven't done so in a long time, and it's gonna be about a princess. It's gonna be about a pig, but it's gonna be more complicated than that, and it's gonna be adorable. So I'll do that. I like writing stories that are just, you know, kind of cute like that, and fun and uplifting to write and to read, just because there need to be more stories like that. But that's all I have to say. Until next time, ciao tutti.